Electrochemistry has a sweet tooth as well? Jesus. Hmm. Alright, let's leave this container. Then I'll look at my task list again and try to figure out what my next steps are. Finding the murder weapon is out of the question. We can't do that. We're doing that. We've already done that, but we didn't get credit for it. Interesting. I guess we have to do. We have to do one of those two things. Convince her to cooperate or evict her. I guess if we want to help the Raver start a nightclub, those are the two things we should have to do. I'm stuck on this one. I know it was Kuno, because I found the locusts in his shack, but I don't get any additional conversational prompts. Maybe I need improved skills to get those. These are all about Clausia. This doesn't happen until later. And then these things are contingent, I think, on this. So, oh, there's singing karaoke, I suppose. So, what to do? We do have some books we can read. You know what? We're gonna head over to the church. Just because I'm sort of curious about, whether or not Kim will react to it or anything. We'll talk to Suna again. But maybe before we do that, we'll read some books. Just have to get over to the whirling. And then we can fast travel. You know what? Right here. Let's see if we have any additional dialogue options with this guy that seem wise.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think I purposely stayed away from this one that time, right? No. Doesn't seem wise. So we won't do it. Oh, here we go. Now we should be able to fast travel. Let's go to the church. And go inside it. Just, like I said, I'm curious to see if there's something else to look at. Kim has anything to say about this whole thing? Prayer book has been left open. Okay. Suna's still here? She is. See if we have any additional prompts
Yes,
with her.
what is it?
I guess we'll try to do this. Don't have much else to do, really, until the evening. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on. You don't want to make anything
Yes,
work?
anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
I don't know whether bringing it up is wise. But I will. Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
That seems childish.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Makes sense. Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the outside copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes.
It's
It's
not.
impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
This is one of the things that impresses me so much about this game. It's like, you could have had this conversation without having actually done that, right? And you could have had this conversation with doing that. You could have done a bunch of things, and they have to take all this into account, and they have. I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It said that the offside copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offside copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislav.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza.
Sulislav.
God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly. I'm glad that this nightclub task pairs well with another mystery that I was trying to solve.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
I found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
there's a solution. but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Interesting. There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear. And why can't you go get the filament yourself? The answer's going to be she needs to work here,
The
right?
bookstore lady hates me.
Oh.
Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does emit elemental evil? Don't be too harsh. It's only because of their socioeconomic situation.
But she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my lame Civic. I'm not making this up.
But does sound like
The
plaisance.
lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Seminine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the offside copy.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
Here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Yes, she did hand it over.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Huh. Alright. Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Well, that turned out to be a very productive visit. New skill point. Sure, let's actually level up some skills. So our perception is 7, 8, 9. Oh, the total is up? Wait. I thought I'd figured out how the rolls work. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't. We're gonna look that up. I like the idea of leveling up perception. Those. Authorities. These things are pretty good too. Let's do suggestion. So we don't really have any items that level that up, so we have to level it up manually. Did that. The Kvalsund multi-tool. This is an advanced pry bar. A pry bar plus 2, if you will, built by Kvalsund and Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Okay? Okay. That was productive. And we should walk in the church. wonder if we'll ever talk to the crab man again. If we ever want to open up the mysteries of the church, we have to solve the tasks that have to do with it. Of course, how could I have been so dumb? Alright, let's go back to the waterfront. Go into our doomed commercial area. Let's equip our new balsams. That's ridiculous. Alright.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Do have the balsam in my hand, right? Better grip with gloves. Yep, found that. We got the... We put it in our left hands? Maybe that matters? I don't know. Nope, putting on a shirt will actually hurt physical instruments. Maybe we have to take some drugs. Some Commodore Red. Alright, as before, I'm gonna cut, drink, think back. Okay, we have done the drinky drink.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Alright, let's give this a try.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Blue electric lights come to life. Inside, on a frosty platform, lies an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words, off-site copy, written on its side.
Booyah!
Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
Electrochemistry has a sweet tooth as well? Jesus. What, no ice
A
cream?
scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach rumbles. The room feels very cold. Let's take the filament
You gently
memory.
lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
It's worth a pretty penny, too. The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure still cold to the touch. Silver tape on the side reads, off-site copy. Note. This filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. We have the password now, right? Should be the same one that had before, and I am curious what's on it. I was curious about that long before we found the programmer. Here, let's put away our tools. Any other gloves that are better? Yeah, that's better for interfacing, even though they look ridiculous. Maybe we can fast travel. No. We are gonna need this.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Actually, we don't know. We never got this, did we? Maybe we can do both.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
I like this lady.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Station. Oh.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password for the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife. Death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really?
Will do.
She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
I know, right?
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
I'm glad Kim said it. I was like, wait, same password actually works? Turns out.
With a quiet
print.
determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Let's read the printout.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
I want to know about money. Read about the workforce. Who worked there? How long?
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
But on the other hand, their obligations were piling up at an inhumane rate, a rate that could only be amended by Pyrrolidon.
Indeed, that is the only solution to that problem. Skim through the production schedule, whatever it is.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
The glorious descent into bankruptcy. Right, what happened?
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account.
I guess we learned about money anyway.
They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination.
Naive.
They couldn't.
I could have bridged the gap. Oh, so they were done in by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
No, even then, success remained within an error. The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswav Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map.
Okay. Like, the church?
This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
How many heads were there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations could you make out of that? I think I know what the math is,
Do
but
you
I
really
don't know
want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
No, let's not go there.
Cool. It's more than the number of atoms in the observable universe.
That's pretty bad. So what did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
This must be the anomalies Suna mentioned in the church log.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
I didn't understand a word of that. I mean, lately I don't know how strictly I've been role-playing stupid, but let's do it this time.
Something spooky happened with the machines, and the game was lost.
Oh, thank you.
The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Wasn't there a copy of the game? A backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred.
Oh, shit.
It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, keep it offsite. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
This is going to be good. What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on-site because there was no offsite anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch.
So he's complaining about being overworked.
I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
It's not very convincing, is it?
Her former colleagues would agree with you.
You could have found another solution there. Is there anything else from this lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Let's read the notes at the end.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location.
The church?
I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye.
I assume that's the programmer we met sooner.
Saint-Brun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said.
We already learned about this. Tear off the printout and throw it
Tiles on the
away.
cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
I'd figure out what the other element says.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Inserts the offside copy.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play again.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Let's do this
An
again.
old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East in Zelbinian. Repeat the station 1.
Hello again.
Repeat. Is this the offside copy?
I might have a password for the offside copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death?
No, that's not it.
Damn it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then?
Damn it! I don't know the password. I don't have any other hints.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh, soon is gonna be so mad.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Guess we'll remove the offside
The
copy
filament slides out of its glowing nest.
and go back to